Are you gonna say go or are we live? Oh, what a good start to the video. Hey everybody, welcome back to a wow live episode of fucking BLBS. It's almost like it's so live and so surprising we surprise ourselves because we're recording late. I didn't know we were starting, but the fact of the matter is, do you really care? You don't, because your favorite boys are here once again to chat with you about all things. Could be video games, could be movies, it could be the sandwich I ate last night, and it will be the sandwich I ate last night. But first, let me introduce, of course, the gentleman I have with me. We've got to one of my angles. Who knows really? Because I'm not the one doing the fucking live stream.
Nope.
We've got Tanner. We've got Timo. We've got Tucker. We've got the T cells. Is that what you guys are calling yourselves? I don't remember.
I thought it was the T-men.
The T-men.
Sure.
That makes me a little bit nervous.
It sounds kind of like
here.
something else.
They're all here. I'm here.
Yep.
And it's time to fucking rumble.
It's
I have been a continuous computer, and now you know all of our names, which you already did, because it's certainly not like we're growing fast enough for new fans to see this episode and not know who we are.
Yes.
But we're here because we would never let you down. We'd never miss an episode of BLBS. Is it called backlog bullshit or bonus stage? I don't know.
You decide.
Depends on if you're an adult.
Interpretation.
Yeah, that's true.
If you are under the age of 18, it's bonus stage.
Yeah. For advertising reasons. Advertisers, pick us up. We want your money. We will sell out immediately. Just so everyone knows.
Of course. I might seem a little distracted right now. I'm currently working on a backlog list of all the games that we've reviewed on the Backlog Banter channel. So, as everyone knows here, I'm addicted to list making.
I think we should have our intervention live on air.
Tucker, no, guys.
Is this a backlog intervention?
You are addicted to lists.
It's time to come to terms with it, Tucker.
At least make a list with value to anybody. I'm on every single one of those reviews, and that list holds no value to me. You gotta do something with a wider appeal, you know.
Tucker has divulged to me some information. I think it was a while ago, but he's so addicted to lists that he wishes that there was a way to make a list of lists on about what's it called? Letterbox. That's the one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Doesn't that sound great?
Yeah, a list of lists.
Doesn't that sound fantastic? Then I can list all of each month I rank my top 25 movies all time. I can do a list of all of my years, all the directors. That sounds great.
I suppose it's the tag function is essentially what that is.
Well, yes.
Yes. Technically, yes.
Between making your lists and making videos and watering your fucking plants, I don't even think you go to school.
I don't think you do.
Well.
He doesn't.
I don't really do anything for school. I have 204 letterbox lists.
Back to the
and
list.
I have what?
We're back on lists.
We're back on lists. He's like, screw school. It's all about lists.
No, I just wanted to. I want to tie it all together. That I have 204 letterbox lists and 27 lists on backlog.
That had nothing together. You just want to brag.
Yes, that's just you bragging about something that you care about.
Yeah, I care.
Yeah.
Are great, dude.
Well, I admire it. You got me to make a couple. I've got a couple backlog lists.
Yeah.
I honestly hate making lists. I will never make a list to go shopping. Definitely not. About movies?
Okay.
Absolutely not. About video games? Hell will freeze over, burn, turn to plant life, and then be on Earth before I make a list about video games.
Timo, I've got a question
for
you. Will you make a video game list before Cyberpunk 2077 comes out?
Absolutely not.
No?
No, I'm never making a
Why would Cyberpunk 2077 coming out change anything?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we want to talk about Cyberpunk.
Yeah, maybe we
will. Maybe that's a subtle way of trying to start a new bit.
The subtleism is real with this one. Yeah, so I've been on top. I got my finger on the pulse of the Cyberpunk news. This week there was a new episode of Night City Wire, which is the Cyberpunk PR team's whenever they feel like it, video about something about the game. Kind of like how their game development philosophy, it's done when it's done, and they just like, okay, it's live. And so I tuned into the live stream, watched a clock tick down for an hour and 50 minutes, and then got a 28-minute presentation.
What was this presentation about,
Timo? It was pretty interesting.
Enlighten us.
I know some of you don't really want to get spoiled on like game content, so I'll skip over the stuff that they're like, okay, here's the gangs and here's like other stuff. They the big deal, especially for me being a PC gamer, is they released the minimum and recommended specs for the game. So let me just pull them up right here. Let me
Quick question: is Tanner frozen for anyone else aside from me?
No.
Because Tanner's definitely frozen for me. Huh?
I'm not frozen for myself either.
Timo, I find it very hard to take you seriously when you're not sitting one of those fucking neon yellow cyberpunk chairs that everyone has apparently.
Oh, the neon yellow cyberpunk chairs.
Yeah, you need one of those.
Did they not send you one?
No, I'm not.
Did they not send you one of the hoodies that said I played Cyberpunk early in like Comic Sans or whatever?
In Comic Sans. The sad part is I didn't play it early. I haven't played the game yet. No. Incredible. So I pulled up the specs for the minimum and recommended system requirements. It's actually pretty awesome. So minimum is like a pretty crappy CPU, like an i5 from maybe 5 years ago or something crazy like that. 8 gigs of memory. That's like not very much. And here's the kicker: the graphics card is an NVIDIA GTX 780. So if you remember from last week,
or 780,
the 780,
it's my favorite one.
I don't even know how many years old the 780 is. Like what? The 3080 just came out this week and is getting reviewed by reviewers.
It was 2,000 years ago then.
3,000 graphics cards have come out since then.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And that's the minimum.
Wait, is that okay? So yeah, that's the minimum, not the recommended.
And so this is for like 1080p. I think it's 30 FPS. It might be 60. 1080p gaming, which it's like that's what most people play it at, right? But that's minimum. So recommended is the really cool thing. It's a i7 4790, which is like a pretty mid-tier CPU. 12 gigs of RAM. The game is going to take up 70 gigs of storage space, which is not
huge actually.
Not small, but nothing compared to Modern Warfare. So, and the recommended graphics card is a GTX 1060.
What are you rocking?
So I'm rocking a 2070 right now with ray tracing. So I should be able to, when it comes out, take advantage of the ray tracing and like the DLSS 2.0, which from what I've seen in like tech demos and stuff looks freaking awesome. So, and I'm really excited.
See, that's very cool. To be honest with you, I don't know what those numbers mean.
It's a lot of
numbers. But
it was all over my head.
I can share any of your excitement because I will be playing this game on PS4 probably on launch day.
Yeah, and so you know what that means, right? Is that the it's gonna run great on a PS4. I think it's gonna run really well on an Xbox One or a PS4, and it's gonna run better, on the newer console, on the PS5 and the Series X. But I think to play Cyberpunk, you don't need to upgrade.
Well, I think it's actually been optimized with current gen in mind because I don't think CD Projekt has official PS5 and Series X versions planned at the moment.
They do.
I believe that
they
do.
They have
the impression that
it was like a free upgrade path. So if you own it on PS4, you'll get a free PS5 version.
Yeah, I was actually doing some research on that right now. I was curious, and they said that your PS4 version will work on the PS5.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I was under the impression that the fully like The Witcher 3 is getting a specific PS5 Series X SKU. I could be wrong, but we'll do some quick maths here, as one Big Shaq would say, and figure this out. But I have to say, I'm very stoked. I am one of those boys who has not been keeping up with the more content side of things, because I saw that first 45-minute gameplay demo they released probably 2 years ago now, and I was blown away by it. And that sold me on the experience personally. Yeah.
So here's another thing that's super cool. That's that in the trailer. This is what I want to talk about because it's not super content heavy. If you guys would go to the website nightcity.love, it's promo materials for the game, but I think it's really well done in the style of the universe.
You want us to actually go to it?
Yeah, y'all can. Well, so I can narrate along, and then you can be looking at it as well.
Just for clarity about the last thing we're saying before we move on, this is from Cyberpunk's official Twitter account. We are happy to confirm that Cyberpunk 2077 will be backwards compatible with both next-gen consoles. The PS4 version of the game will work on PS5 on launch day. Anyone who buys the game on Xbox One will also be able to play their copy on Series X when that launches too. A later upgrade to Cyberpunk 2077, taking full advantage of the next-gen hardware, will be available for free.
Yeah, that's like super cool. That's a really cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
know what I'm getting day one.
I haven't pre-ordered this because I don't really pre-order games. I pre-ordered Doom Eternal, but I pre-ordered it within the review window, so I got all the pre-order benefits and none of the whatchamacallit risk. But Cyberpunk, this website, this Night City Love, is like a tourism website, if you can imagine, for this fictional city that is not where you want to go, really.
You want to drop that in video planning, the URL? I want to take a look at that.
It's just nightcity.love.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'll drop it in my search bar with my fingers and hands and synapses.
Interesting.
Right.
We do have, unrelated to Cyberpunk, I'm not sure if we want to move on to the next segment. You have anything else left to say? Any other comments from anyone on Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk looks cool.
It looks really cool. I love the genre. I can't
totally
wait
be cool.
to see what they do with the genre, basically. That's my whole shtick with it, I guess.
Neat.
Cool.
I mean, I'm really compelled by how open the game is structurally. I think there's going to be a lot of really compelling player agency in the experience. I think that CD Projekt is a very talented team, and it's one of my favorite aesthetics. So I have every reason to expect that this will be one of my favorite games of the year when I play it. That's all I have to say.
If it comes out within the year.
I think it will. I don't think they're delaying it again. It's too late now.
I think they've been pretty steady. They on this latest thing, they're like, yep, November 19th. So
and that's pretty soon, all things considered.
Yeah, sadly, that's kind of right around finals season.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
While I was trying to do a transition, but while we're on the topic of websites, we have another website that we like to look at. Timo and I had this idea for a podcast segment earlier this week. And this is this is not going to be a recurring podcast segment. It's not going to really be a bit, but I do think it'd be funny to talk about at least in one podcast episode. And that is, what videos have Abram accidentally watched on the Backlog Banter YouTube channel when we first made it? Now,
oh boy, okay.
If we go back to the YouTube, the Backlog Banter search history, it's nothing inappropriate. This is not us trying to cancel Abram. We just found some silly stuff.
Well, let's not throw that out there now. Let's tease out the audience a little bit. Maybe there'll be something scandalous in there. Who's to say?
Yeah, it totally could.
Speaking of audience, really quick, shout out to Abby for being here right now.
Yeah, dude. He's chilling.
Put it in chat. But continue. I was not aware of this segment. I'm very excited for it.
I'm glad you weren't. We purposely kept it under wraps. But Timo, do you have it pulled up, or
I got my fingers scrolling. I'm pulling it. Where are we starting with? May 6th, 2019?
What's the oldest thing in the books?
That is the oldest thing in the books, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we got.
Okay.
I don't know. Wait, actually, I just realized none of us can see it unless Timo is going to share his screen.
Well, I can't, so.
Well, we'll just imagine it. I'll provide context as necessary.
I'm going to imagine what the thumbnail looks like.
Yes. So, on May 6th, 2019, there's a backlog banner. There's some backlog banner stuff. That's not super, but
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Par for the course.
The first real video is how to get Japanese Switch games any region step-by-step guide.
Abram, are you breaking the law here? Is this what's going on?
And then
the Switch is region
illegal?
free. See, the Switch is region free, which is very nice. Which leads to all kinds of interesting scenarios you get into with your high school friends buying Senran Kagura games and playing them during free periods. If you know what that is, it's not a tangent I want to get into. Let's continue.
So we got some more Switch videos. Boring, schmoring. Then we get a video for a certain Computer Guy 19. It's 5 seconds long. It's entitled "Dance on Me Balls." Arg, SpongeBob me boy, dance on me balls.
I don't. You could convince me that happened or didn't happen. I don't know.
So and then
I'll take your word for it.
And then there's some more SpongeBob YouTube poop. And then we get Caramel Girls, Caramel Dancing, HD version, Swedish original, official.
Oh, interesting.
This sounds like I fell asleep and autoplayed something.
These are pretty specific searches.
These
SpongeBob, YouTube poops, and Swedish dance videos,
and they're all on the same day.
Interesting.
What day?
December 27th, 2019.
Ah, Merry Christmas.
You got some. You also watched some songs by Searle, the
I don't know who that is.
The guy who made the hentai song.
I think someone lied into our account.
Oh dear.
Because there's a lot. I'll certainly own up to anything I watched, but I don't remember watching any of these.
This is sort of like you're representing yourself in backlog court right now. The backlog banter court of affairs. You're representing yourself. The honorable Tucker Hazel.
Presiding
over the court.
Clip a clip art wig onto me, a judge's wig. Get a gavel in my hand. Guys, pretend there's a gavel in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the problem. I don't think
there's something else
funny.
in your hand.
So why did
you? No, these are like deep fried videos of memes, like very short.
And I don't think that those are funny either.
So why did you watch them?
I don't think I did.
It's not a matter of if you thought they were funny. Did 2017 Abram think they were funny?
This was a day last year.
That's not that long ago. That's simply not that long ago.
There's also this video says this is fake. It's a stuffed animal and it's like a dog or something.
It seems like you're watching like cursed YouTube video.
Yeah.
That's like this is what is the one of the mannequins singing or whatever? This is amazing or whatever.
No idea.
What the heck?
You don't know? You don't know.
I just watched the video. Kind of weird.
It sounds like you're watching that kind of content here, Abram.
Look, here. All I watch on YouTube, I watch Opie and Anthony clips, and I'll listen to some Joe Budden podcast.
Who looked? Okay. Real talk though. This is from Friday. This is from 2 days ago. Who looked up how to cut/eat an apple with a knife? On the BLB channel.
That was us.
That was us. Well,
yeah, we got to eat an apple with a knife, and then we're like, how do you do it?
No. I know how to do it. I've done it before. It's just that the knives. It's either the knives or the apples that we have in the room right now don't cohese to each other enough to stick. Is that a word? I don't know. But you know how you cut the slices off with a knife and then you eat it off the knife like a real cool guy. I'm just not able to do that. I think it's the apples aren't sticky enough. I don't know what's going on.
Knives aren't sticky enough?
Yeah.
Is it because you thought it was an apple, but it was Hamburger Helper?
That is entirely possible.
There's a lot of video game soundtracks, movie soundtracks. This videos.
That sounds like editing. Tucker. That sounds like an MO of Tucker right there.
That's why I'm editing. I will own up to that 100%.
There's the diabetes rap and this video called Diabetes.
Oh, that was me.
Okay. Good to know.
That was after we watched The Thing, starring Wilford Brimley, who stars in those diabetes commercials. R.I.P. Wilford Brimley.
There's a lot of stuff from Smooth McGroove.
Yeah, that was me.
This is more like
the acapella guy. He does video game.
Yeah, he does video game acapella stuff.
Yeah. Great videos. I love those videos.
I mean, the real juicy stuff is down at the bottom, and it is Abram watching weird YouTube poop that he claims. There's a human Pokemon battle by a certain Yu-Gi-Oh star. Let's check this one.
Are we watching something? Is that okay? Are we allowed to do that?
Ugly blonde guy uses.
Hey, Timo. Hey, producer, is that okay? Can we do that?
It's your video.
Stupid skinny boy uses.
Gonna give us the copyright strike?
It's parody.
Ugly blonde kid uses.
It's credit work.
Are we actually gonna watch
Stupid skinny boy?
I'm watching the video right. It's.
Oh, okay, amazing.
Well, none of us see it. We did not think this through.
Are you relaying to us what's going to happen? Is that what's going on?
Blonde.
Yeah. So Michael just got done twerking at Tucker, and then Tucker's shaking his ass or barking at him, and they're like Pokemon fighting on the trampoline. You know, I don't.
There may be 10 in this video also.
Yeah, they're also like 10 in this video, so I don't really know what's going on. To be completely honest.
Kid uses
Razor Leaf. 2014.
Razor Leaf.
that isn't how
children working. Is what you
Yeah.
It's got pretty.
Maybe it's better that it's not on stream.
Oh, no, actually, it was the esteemed Twitch streamer Toastifier who was filming us.
Oh.
So he's gonna get canceled.
The recently unearthed Cuties prequel. Human Pokemon battle.
God.
No.
Quiet.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other topics that they'd like to talk about today? We've been going for about 20 minutes. We're about halfway through our allotted time, according to Computer.
I have.
That's so disgusting. Tucker just licked Michael's arm. What the heck?
How long is this video?
It's like minute 30. I paused it for a little while.
Okay. I pre-ordered PS5. That's the thing we can.
Oh yeah, that is important. Yeah, that was a large part of our week.
That's true. Tucker, I think, may have saved a photo of me like dual wielding my laptop and his laptop, trying to refresh several different pages, attempting to get a PS5. But then I went big brain on it, and I just turned on tweet notifications for a certain Wario64. And at roughly 10:40 at night, they say, is that about accurate? I secured a PS5 on Amazon.com.
For regular price, you didn't get scalped?
Yes, that is true. Yes, I did not get scalped. I bought the digital version for roughly $400. Only to get an email about 2 days later from Amazon.com saying that they may not be able to deliver this console on release date because there were so many people who bought it on Amazon apparently.
So they oversold. Amazon oversold. They were like, yeah, we got more of these than we actually do.
I believe that's exactly what happened. I believe the speculation is they opened pre-orders not really taking into account how many they were going to be able to stock and ship out on any given day. So
Sony fucked up the pre-orders entirely because they were supposed to happen the day after. They happened the hour after the showcase. So I don't know if you guys saw, I'm sure you did, PlayStation tweeting out an official apology for pre-orders.
I did see that.
Committing to the fact that they are going to make more available and grow the allocations to retailers. Standing in stark contrast to what Xbox is doing, who has already announced the exact time and each website where you can pre-order the Series X and S on Tuesday, and have stated that they are going to penalize retailers by limiting their allocations if they break that. So it seems like the Xbox crowd is going to have a little bit of a nicer time pre-ordering. Which is too bad.
In hindsight, everything's 2020, so don't give Microsoft too much respect there. Sony had to test the waters on messing it all up.
I mean,
there's never been a console launch.
No, they've never done this before. It's not
absolutely
like it's the
not, as we
PlayStation
all know.
5.
Well, to be fair, to go into Timo's Dorkland, the fucking RTX 3080 they said the pre-orders for that were going to go live, and then that fucked up too.
Yeah, I guess pre-orders are just really screwed up this month. Nvidia had one stock, and it was the single card they showed in the video, in the release video. That's the joke, at least. That's the joke.
Oh, that's sure.
People got them eventually, but there's a couple of weird controversies. Like maybe the Nvidia branded cards are performing better than the third party ones, and that's like Nvidia's doing some sketchy stuff with that. Who knows? Still too early to tell.
Yeah. So based on the tweet from PlayStation, maybe I'll get it on release day from Amazon. But at the end of the day, what I'm concerned about is I got one secured. I got one. I don't care if I have to wait 4 days to a week. I got one. It's coming. I'm safe. I'm good.
Yeah.
Good job, Mr. Online Shopper.
Thank you.
So Abram, I heard something through your little bird whispering in my ear about a certain bread and other ingredient delicacy you enjoyed the other night that you wish to discuss.
I would like to talk to you about my sandwich I had for dinner last night.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Topical.
Okay.
Topical.
Let me paint you a fucking word picture, right? So I'm in college. I'm in a dorm room right now.
Can't imagine it.
Yeah, see, you guys live in a fucking apartment. You make your own food.
I live at home, so I don't make my own food, and I don't live in a dorm.
So I have to go to my dining hall to get dinner, right? But because there's this coronavirus happening or whatever, you go, you pick up your food. It's all in boxes. It's only takeout. right?
Mm-hmm.
So they've got a couple options, right, and a sample plates of it set up so you can see what it looks like. But you gotta grab the box and go. You touch the box, you gotta take it, or they'll electrocute you.
They'll chop your
Big
hands
scene.
off.
Oh God!
No more touching for
Big
you.
scene.
Hammurabi's law. They'll chop your hands off, eye for an eye.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm getting ready to watch one film for Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather, but I need some dinner first. So I go to the dining hall and I pick up this thing referred to as I've just learned on Google as the Monte Cristo sandwich.
Because you're like, oh,
kind of
okay.
Cristo.
Yeah, I see the Italian connection. It's like French, but from Italian.
Well, the connection I made is that my girlfriend wants to go to Monte Carlo. And until about 5 minutes ago, I thought the sandwich was the Monte Carlo. Turns out it's the Monte Cristo, and I can't read. Not an ideal outcome for me. But so I was like, I've heard of that place. Turns out I was fucking wrong, but I take the sandwich anyway. And now here's what I want you to understand about this sandwich. First you need to understand something about me. This multi-step. It's a nested equation.
Okay.
I only eat food at the times it's supposed to be eaten. What I mean to tell you is that for breakfast, I only eat breakfast foods.
Okay.
For lunch, I only eat lunch foods. For dinner, I only eat dinner foods. I will not eat breakfast
Lame.
foods. I simply won't do it.
Undue restrictions.
I simply will not do it. I have I'm a person of moral scruples, right? So I get this Monte Cristo sandwich, and here's where things get tricky. Okay.
It's a sandwich for
Monte
dinner.
Cristo. No, that's not the problem. I'm fine eating a sandwich dinner. If you want to blend lunch into dinner foods, it's okay. But here's the problem. This sandwich, the bread is fucking it's French toast. We got a problem. We got a problem. It's French toast, and then there's egg in it. So things aren't looking good. Then there's ham and there's cheese. But here's where it gets really fucked up. If you thought the French toast was bad, there's powdered sugar on this bitch. And then
French toast. It's French toast. What are you talking about?
It's a French toast sandwich.
They give you a cup of fucking syrup with this.
This sounds amazing.
This sounds I would eat the shit out of that.
Yeah.
So here's the problem. I take it, right? Because I've touched it. You touch it, you take it, as they say.
Hammurabi's claw.
Hammurabi's
I'm very
claw.
hungry. And I come back, and I've got my fucking Monte Cristo sandwich. Tucker's not amused, but Tucker, you're about to be real fucking amused. Let me tell you something. I take a bite of that sandwich, and I don't use a syrup because I can't. Because syrup's that's a breakfast condiment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. But here I fucking am eating this Monte Cristo sandwich. Right?
Look at him! Look at him! He's in disbelief.
I decided to open up the fucking syrup. And let me tell you something.
This is not that funny.
What is going on? What is going on?
So traumatic.
Yeah.
I take the second bite of that sandwich with the syrup on it, and god damn it, it tastes good.
Exactly.
Okay? So I ate the sandwich with the syrup on it and the powdered sugar, and I get through it. Oh, and it was good. I thought, in hindsight, the thought of the sandwich makes me want to throw up, but in the moment, I fucking enjoyed it quite a bit. Now I got a problem.
So
Do I like eating breakfast for dinner?
Breakfast for dinner is lit. What are you talking about?
Yes,
it's amazing. There are several chained restaurants, famous restaurants themed around the ability of you to eat breakfast for any meal. It's amazing. It's the best.
Yeah.
Like the Waffle House. I have been to the Waffle House.
The Waffle House? Why is that the first one that you...
Waffle
That's
House.
the one that I thought of. The Waffle House.
There's a Waffle House in Austin.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Waffle Houses in many cities
in the world.
Well, here in the Midwest, we don't have any of those fancy Waffle Houses.
No, up here in the Great White North, we don't got a Waffle House.
Yeah, we got IHOPs and we got IHOPs and we got Perkins.
Oh, no Perkins up here then.
No Perkins.
Oh, they're too far north.
Okay.
You're suffering. You're suffering.
Tucker hates.
We have. No, I'm done with the I'm done with the breakfast. Not gonna lie, we're done with
Okay.
breakfast talk. Okay, all right. This is not breakfast log banter.
Damn
This
it.
is fact log. Banter, all right. All right. One other topic that I know we have to talk about today, unless we have one other thing to slide in there. I would like to possibly end the podcast with the long-awaited review of JFK by Abram Buhner.
Amazing. Amazing. Here we go. Settle in.
Oh.
Everyone's been waiting for this. It's been a whole 2 episodes of
It's an arc. It's an arc.
Yeah.
My hands are sweating a little bit, I'll be honest with you, but I'll do my best.
It's probably because you look like a fucking tomato while you talked about that dumbass sandwich.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He was
No,
in
listen, I feel it.
He was
I
about
feel
to
you.
cry. He was about to cry about the sandwich. That's what.
It was an emotional occurrence. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Abram, I know that you might be able to handle this JFK review on your own, but just refer back to me if you have any questions. I've only seen the back into the left scene, but just refer back to me for anything. Okay,
Fair.
I got you. Yeah.
So I've seen all 3.5 hours of Oliver Stone's JFK. It's a 3.5 hour long film. I watched it in my conspiracy theories class senior year. Our teacher decided he no longer wanted to teach us. So over the course of our 40-minute periods, he watched the fucking entirety of JFK.
Wow,
that's insane.
And it was off of a library copy, so it would keep freezing. You have to keep rewinding it to get past the freezing parts. So it took a fucking long time, but that meant I really got to drink in everything that Oliver Stone created here. Now, Tanner, you say you've only seen the back into the left scene, but they fucking show the Zapruder film and the real-life assassination of John F. Kennedy at least 30 times in that movie. So you've seen a good portion of the runtime.
I agree.
It's an incendiary film. How did that make you feel?
The back into the left scene?
Video of a real homicide.
Well, to be fair,
that makes sense.
Not just any homicide, though.
The homicide. The homicide of the century. It's what it's been called. It's what I refer to it as.
Jesus Christ.
It's been decades. Listen, okay. In the
why do I host this podcast? I need to leave.
Listen. In the very same class that we watched the back into the left scene, we also watched the Zapruder film, and also a weird movie that had Zac Efron that was also about the JFK assassination.
High School Musical?
No, yes. It's about the hospital that they took him. I don't know. Our teacher had we just decided to spend the same amount of time on JFK as giant world events, but whatever. Listen.
Sure.
I've seen the Zapruder film. I've seen the back into the left scene. Have to say, back into the left, better filmed, better cinematography than the Zapruder film. More Kevin Costner, so that's a plus. That's a plus right there. And more repetition, I have to say. More repetition. Not you can't do the edits of the Zapruder film. You gotta get the OG, okay? Not where they zoom in and all that garbage. The OG. More repetition of the iconic phrase coined by the Oliver Stone, back into the left.
Back into the left.
I have not seen this film.
Me neither.
And I'm very much enjoying this discussion about it. I do have one point to interject. Is that I can confirm through the research that I have done that the Zapruder film is able to be logged on Letterboxd.
Yes.
Only 46 people have watched it. It is on 5 lists.
Time to add it to 16 million more for Mr. List over here.
From Tucker, yeah. Short films? Technically, it's a short film.
That's exactly why I looked it up on Letterboxd. I was just curious.
Yeah, most influential short films.
This is the most seen film of most seen clip of film of all time. I wonder if Letterboxd has that, and apparently not a lot of people have logged it.
I don't feel. Well, I mean, technically, it's not the most seen piece of film ever.
Why not?
Avatar or Endgame.
No, that's the most money.
Those aren't pieces of film, though.
Yeah, but if you take out a piece of it, there's a piece of film.
Okay, I won't make this dumb face because I brought it up.
Here's what I want to tell you. The cast of JFK, the 3 hour and 26 long film from 1991, includes Kevin Costner, Gary Oldman, Kevin Bacon, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, Joe Pesci, Michael Rooker.
Who plays Lee Harvey Oswald?
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Let's see. Gary Oldman.
It's probably
Gary Oldman.
Oh, Gary Oldman.
It's not worth watching. The audio mixing is shit. You can't hear what's going on. Believe it or not, it's a little conspiratorial. It's really.
Whoa, wow! You watched a conspiratorial movie in your conspiracy class?
No, I was gonna say the 3.5 masturbatory film from Oliver Stone about some guy trying to solve the JFK assassination may dip into conspiracy theory. This is blowing my mind, Abram. It's blowing my mind.
Scalding hot take.
To be honest with you, it's really just a draining watch. I just remember it I remember I get to fucking show up to conspiracy theory class and sit back and turn my brain off and just watch the same scene skip over and over again. And then I'd hear the teacher let it happen a couple times. And you hear him in the back because he sat behind us. You go. Then he'd stand up and walk to the front of the room and fucking. He couldn't make the clicker work. He couldn't make the goddamn projector work. He'd have to take the disc out and wipe it on his shirt and put it back in. Keep in mind, it's like a $3 rental, but this was the hill he was dying on.
Yeah.
Every day, and this went on for weeks, literal weeks. That movie's so fucking long, and when it skips, it takes even longer. So he would fucking every day keep futzing with to save himself $3 or $4 on the rental. And that's my review of JFK. Back into the left.
Now, I suggest. Okay, I'm gonna put this challenge to Oliver Stone. I think he's still alive. Pretty sure. I'm going to put this challenge to him, since if he wants to make JFK the 3.5-hour epic, conspiratorial epic, hot with the kids, the TikTok kids, they're loving Clone High right now. And Clone High happens to feature a parody of one John Fitzgerald Kennedy. So I suggest a re-edit of JFK, but with the overdone and parodying impression of whoever did JFK in that animated TV show that you can find on YouTube. Re-edit JFK with his voice in it. Thank you, you, Oliver Stone.
I would like JFK to be done in the span of a TikTok.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I also agree with that.
Or just the Zapruder film on TikTok.
No.
You'd probably get banned for that, honestly.
This has been episode 3 of BLBS from the grassy knoll.
Oh, God.
I'm looking at Oliver Stone's letterbox right now. Why has he done so many movies about presidents?
Probably just loves the president.
Listen, he's done at least 3, and there is a longer one than JFK.
Uh-oh.
There's a movie about Nixon that is 192 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Christ almighty, that's long.
Yeah, and he did JFK, and he also did W, so...
Did he do Olympus Has Fallen?
Did he?
No.
Not.
You can also watch Alexander, another world leader, coming in at a breezy 175.
Okay,
Potentially, we're just doing this now.
Guys, I don't know what to say, but this has certainly been an interesting episode of BLBS. As we've continue to figure out how streaming works and how not talking over each other works, which did not go well today. Well, we'll get better at it in the future.
And we'll get better at timing.
There we go.
Hey, what a way to end it. Good work, everyone.
Okay, let's all talk over each other to end it. All right?
Okay.
I refuse. On my moral principle.
Okay.
You refuse. 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is
back into the
backlog
left, back
BLS
into the left, back into the left.
I've had to pee since 5 minutes before we started recording.
Okay.
God. Ooh, all right. Well, let's let him go. See you guys next week. Jesus Christ.
Good riddance.
Peace out.